Hello listeners, I'm your host Dr. Bonnie Nickel to welcome you all to a special program as I will be in an exclusive conversation with Dr.Sukamal Deb, Deputy Chief Executive Officer, Northeast Zone, in charge Khadi and Village Industries Commission KVIC, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises MSME, Government of India. He is also a member of several important bodies. We welcome you, sir, to our studios. It is a privilege to have you here with us.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Well, employment creation or generation is the most effective method and keystone to alleviating poverty. Given the fast approaching limits to employment in the organized sector and the increasing density of workers in the unorganized sector, creation of self-employment becomes the best alternative available. And this employment creation has been possible to a great extent by the introduction of the schemes such as PMEGP. And we would be privileged to learn more about PMEGP and various other schemes from our resource person, Dr.Sukamal Deb. Well, as far as we know, PMEGP, that is Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, was launched in 2008 by converging two existing government initiatives, namely Pradhan Mantri Rozgar Yojana PMRY and Rural Employment Generation Program REGP in the year 2008. So, sir, at the very outset, can you brief us on PMEGP and its aims and objectives?
PMEGP, Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program, is a flagship program of the Ministry of MSME, Government of India. From the very name of the project, you can understand that it is in the name of the Honorable Prime Minister, and it's a flagship program. So from the nomenclature itself, you can understand, and it has been given the status of a flagship program. This is one of the most wonderful program for poverty alleviation, creation of new enterprises and entrepreneurs. As you rightly said, the program was launched in September 2008 during the year 2008-9, and the achievement is really a celebrating figure because till last year we have all over the country, I'm giving a national figure, more than 6 lakh units has already been set up all over the country, creating 47 lakh new employments in non-farm sector, for which Government of India in terms of margin money or the back-end subsidy has spent more than 12,000 crores, and the bank has extended a credit of more than 26,000 crores. So you understand this is how wonderful this scheme is. If I just give you a data of the northeastern region, in last 5 years, we have set up 27,500 new projects in all over the 8 states of Northeast region. We have spent around 450 crores of money as subsidy. Obviously, the employment we have created around 1,40,000. So this is a figure which really makes a sense in the socio-economic emancipation and the rural transformation. As I was speaking to you, this is a credit-linked subsidy scheme. And this scheme has been designed in such a manner that a substantial fund is coming from the Government of India to give a easy finance, and around up to 35% of the project the government is giving a subsidy. 5% will remain the contribution for the people of the northeastern region, and the remaining 60% is the bank loan, which are to be repaid in easy installment over a longer span of period at a very comfortable rate of interest. This is the overall scheme, and it is doing very well all over the country. Northeastern region, we are having some problem with the bankers, achievements of target, and especially this year due to COVID-19 situation, we are facing problem, but we have geared up ourselves with the decline of the COVID-19 situation. And I'm with a lot of confidence that in a very short period we will be pick up the things, and by end of this year we will be able to achieve our target. I would just like to make a mention of the target given for the current financial year, that is 2020-21, which is very relevant. For Northeast region, we have kept around 345 crores of rupees as subsidy to set up 13,000 new units, 13,000 units, and we have targeted that we will be creating around 110,000 new employments. And for this, we are looking for a bank credit of around 600 crores. So 600 and 350 crores or 345 crores make it near about 1,000 crores. So the KVIC has launched with the ambition that 1,000 crores will be spent in Northeast region during this year to bring this number of employment. But since I'm speaking from the Shillong studio, I would just like to give you the specific data of Shillong also. I'm in Meghalaya. We have kept 40 crores of rupees as the initial margin money component, and for that we are looking forward for around 80 crores of rupees from the bankers so that we can spend around 120 crores under this program in the state of Meghalaya.
Thank you, sir, for giving us an overview of the PMEGP scenario of the Northeast in a broader aspect, and also good to know that there's a tremendous achievement by this scheme, PMEGP. What is the scope of PMEGP as far as the selection of beneficiaries and subsidy entitlement and bank finances are concerned?
I would like to tell you the PMEGP is rural area focused, but still there is prospect that we can bring up micro enterprises in the towns and urban areas of the Northeast region. Also, for the manufacturing sector, we are giving total project cost is up to 25 lakhs, and for service industry sector, it is up to 10 lakhs of rupees. Now, if it is in an urban area, we'll be giving 25% as the subsidy, but if it goes to the rural areas, then the subsidy component will be more. It is 35%. So that is the thing. The scope of village industries, we are talking about the village industries, cottage industries and other kind of micro enterprises where your investment limit is 25 lakhs. This has been revised, but this has to come yet in practice for PMEGP. Now, I find a huge opportunity, especially in the northeastern scenario, because northeastern is a different area where resources are so much of availability.
Very true.
And our boys and girls are very youthful, and a time has come for understanding of what is the need of reverse migration. People are moving out their native places, coming to the urban places, creating civic pressures on the limited opportunities and scopes. So a time has come, the educated boys and girls need to start a reverse migration. They need to go back to the rural area, semi-rural urban area, and go for building up enterprises, taking up new startups with their innovations, with their creativity. Especially their focus should be what are the locally available raw materials and how we can do the value addition on these raw materials. Accordingly, they need to be motivated. They need to have the technical skill for that particular line. I believe that a magic can be done in Northeastern region through this scheme. And I believe that if we speak of the prosperity of the Northeastern region, we'll have to understand rural Northeast. And development of the rural Northeast India is the only panacea to solve all this problem. And I understand that due to the COVID-19 situation, there is a lot of migration of workers. Our boys and girls has come back from other places to their native places. I always say wherever I go that these people has come back. We need to welcome our boys and girls. They are not our liabilities. They are our assets because they have gone outside. They have acquired good skill, and now they can apply this skill in our locality, creating employment, using locally available resources, putting their innovations, and as a government machinery, as a government functionary, as a developmental workers, we need to accommodate them, motivate them, mentor them, do everything whatever is possible so that we see that new enterprises are built up. And we need to see that in the mainstream of the country, when we visit, we should find the products of Northeast. There has to be a level that it is produced in Meghalaya, it is produced in Arunachal, it is produced in Sikkim, it is produced in Nagaland, elsewhere in Mizoram, Assam. There cannot be more enjoying than this, that when we go to Delhi and other metro cities, we find that this product from Northeast has traveled all the way.
Well said, sir, and I totally agree with you. We need to get back to our roots. We don't have to go to another place seeking for a job. But you can be innovative and start on your own. Talking about the motivation of the youth, so it's one of your functional areas, as I can see from your CV. And having social entrepreneurship and social leadership as your competencies, I think you have a very important role to play. So what are the different strategies that you use to motivate the youth to be entrepreneurs? entrepreneurs?
I'm telling you the mandate of this organization, just not I'm working. I love this organization like anything, because you have spoken a very right word, that this organization really builds a path to go back to your root. And obviously, if we work in KVIC or a organization like KVIC, this gives us a very wide scope to go back to the root. See, I am working in the zonal office of the KVIC situated in Guwahati, but I always keep on searching to reach out to the rural areas. And most of the holidays and other days, I take the approval of the authority and I move out to the villages. I love to meet the boys and girls. I see the face and future of the Northeast in them and always motivate them. And there are several stories which not only give a ray of hope to people of Northeast, but it can show a lot of success stories, showcases all over the country, showing that how the Northeast region is silently building up, preparing itself to develop the rural entrepreneurship.
Well, I'm also reminded of a beautiful quote by Milton Berle: "If opportunity doesn't knock, to build a door." This is what the youth should be doing: build a door to the world of entrepreneurship by availing the various schemes that are available. I would say exploit the schemes. So very quickly, could you just tell us about the eligibility criteria and the age limit? How long does it really take to avail the loan?
First of all, let me tell you the eligibility criteria. There is the age limit. Anybody who is applying for the PMEGP, and let me tell you, the whole system is online. Even by sitting in your own room, if you have a laptop or you have a mobile with possible connectivities, you can submit your online application also. The eligibility is very, very liberal, very, very simple. One has to be an unemployed person, not in government job, and he or she should be more than 18 years of age. That's all. Then if you have technical qualification, that is the additional benefit. So if you go by the revised norm of the PMEGP, it has been introduced from the year 2020-21. Earlier what was done, while selection of the beneficiaries was done, there was a district level committee which was under the deputy commissioner of the concerned district who used to make the selection. Now this was taking a lot of time and there were other issues. So the Government of India, Ministry of MSME from this year has given up the system of selecting through the district level task force committee. In place of that, a scorecard has been introduced, and this scorecard in total carries 100 marks or 100 credits. And if somebody is getting 60 or more than 60 marks, then only his application is forwarded to the bank. So this is one way we had adopted to filter out the prospective cases and prospective beneficiaries. Now, they are the eligibility, because I am talking about the eligibility. Yes. All the eligibilities are examined thoroughly. There are 21 questionnaires. The total marking comes to 100, I have told. The first lot has 9 questions where they ask about your personal details. So when you say the personal details, what is your age? Suppose you are in the age bracket of 25 to 40 years of age. You will be given, the computer itself, the system itself will give you the credit, and the maximum credit will be given, because we believe that this is the age bracket in life which has maximum potential to give entrepreneurship. So if somebody is 50 and above, he will be getting minimum mark. Second position will come that how many dependents are there in your family. So if you have more dependents, the mark may be slightly less. And then, do you have your house? What is your qualification? What is your experience? What is your other sources of income in your family? All these issues are dealt with. So there your personal suitability about getting the selection is being considered. At the second phase, what we do, we take all information relevant to the enterprise you are going to set up. Like we ask how relation with the bank, what is your credit history, what is the locational advantage of the unit you are going to set up. I mean, what is the road connectivity, what is the internet connectivity, what is the labor availability, what are the raw materials, what is the proximity to the market, then what is your skill set. And then we will be asking that what is your strategy for the market, what is the line of activity. Everything we will keep on asking you. Means the computer system will ask. There will be 10 questions at this phase, and once you give the answer, the system will give you the credit. And then we will come to the third phase of the score sheet, where your security aspects will be taken in consideration. Up to project cost of 10 lakh rupees, you need not give any collateral as per the Government of India and RBI's norm. But if it is beyond 10 lakh rupees, bank has the discretion of bank to ask for the collateral even. So at the end of this, given the score is given by the program itself. If you secure 60 or more than 60, then it will be forwarded to the bank. This has been done with an intention to reduce the rejection level. Shortlist the candidates. And this format what I am talking about, this is not devised by the Ministry of MSME or the KVIC. It has been devised by the IBA, Indian Bankers Association. And this format has been devised keeping all the interest of the bankers in consideration. In fact, what we are thinking that when the application goes to the bankers, although they are the owner to give the credit decision, they need to take all the aspects that this has already crossed through a lot of filtration. Another thing we would like to tell, we feel that within 3 weeks of times after submission of the online application, it should be forwarded to the banks. So the implementing agency at the state level, we have 3 implementing agency. One is the KVIC state office. I have a state office in Shillong also. Then the DICCs, District Industries and Commerce, and the State Khadi and Village Industries Board. These 3 organizations are the state level implementing agencies, 2 under the administration of the state government, 1 under the administration of the central government. So they need not take more than 3 week time in forwarding the application to the bank. In case they find that these applications do not have the potential, they should give a call to the applicant and suggest, mentor, guide for revising the application, not to reject the application. Then it will go to the bank, and Government of India, Reserve Bank of India has given a timeline to the bank also that within 30 days, not 1 month, madam, 30 days, you need to give your credit decision. In case you are not giving sanction, you will have to specify the genuine reason of why the application is rejected. Because as an unemployed youth of the country, they have the legitimate right to get some financial assistance from the government as well as from the banks so that they can write their future. We used to tell that when a bank or any implementing agency is rejecting a PMEGP application, they are not rejecting a piece of paper, rather they are rejecting the dream of a youth of this country. So this is the gravity of the project.
And once they have been selected, is there some kind of training given to them to be entrepreneurs?
A very relevant question. The moment it is sanctioned, through online we will get an information that this has been sanctioned. Person concerned will be called by the bankers. He will go to the bank, will open a new account. And in the new account, he is supposed to deposit 5%. This is his self-contribution. The money will come back to his project again. He is not giving to anybody. So after opening of the account, deposit of 5% contribution, they will be given a training, a soft skill training, what is called EDP, Entrepreneurship Development Program of 10 days mandatorily. And this is a compulsory training one has to go. And for this, the ministry or the KVIC has been bearing all the expenditure. We are spending 5,500 per head for this training, and the training is imparted through an institution called RSHT, Rural Self-Employment Training Institute, which is an institute of the Ministry of Rural Development and a particular bank. Jointly they do, and the State Department of the Rural Development also a stakeholder. Now, if I come to the scenario of the Northeast region, barring Assam, in other states the number of RSHT is very less. So because of this, sometimes what happened, although the bank writes to the RSHT that arrange their training, it takes time. So this sometimes delays the process. I was taking the stock of the situation of Meghalaya, and I have seen that only one RSHT is functioning in Meghalaya. So there was a review meeting. The learned Chief Secretary Government of Meghalaya, he chaired this meeting, and I have raised this issue and I have requested the Chief Secretary and the Commissioner Industries that kindly find out more training institute, maybe under the administration of the state government also, so that we can quickly give that training. Because as per the PMEGP norm, unless they undergo a training, they will not get the EDP training certificate. And this training certificate has to be uploaded in the site so that their installment get released. And the KVIC also will not release the subsidy or the margin money to the bank unless we find that he has undergone the EDP training and the training certificate is uploaded. Similarly, the bank will also not release the installment. So my emphasis is, I will take the benefit of this media, that EDP training is very expeditiously completed once it is sanctioned by the bank, because we also have a time limit. By 31st March, we have to achieve this target.
What are the marketing strategies?
Marketing strategy, this is my experience from the field. The products of Khadi and village industries, which mostly organic, eco-friendly and made by the human hands, not only with their hands but with their heart also, these has a very high scope of marketing. I have never seen that any Khadi and village industries product is suffering from the marketing. A recent strategy the Government of India, KVIC, has taken up is that we have launched a e-portal, marketing portal, and I'm in touch with the good Khadi and village industries units working in Northeast that kindly give you a product, will give you the brand name, will give you the Government of India's logo, and will give you space for online marketing. You can sometimes visit our site, you will be seeing that just by sitting somewhere in Shillong you can get your product manufactured in any part of this country, and this has widened the scope of export also. I would just like to tell you a story of Assam. There is a place called Borpeta where we have financed this cluster development program, and the entrepreneurs and the artisans, women artisans also, they are making water bottles out of bamboo, and it has a craze now internationally. We are supplying this to the many countries because people has a call for the eco-friendly products.
Yes.
So market at all there is no any, and I am telling you, if the quality product comes with proper logo specification, KVIC has a very good marketing network. We have more than 7,500 sales outlet in the country itself where this product can also be sold. And once again I am telling, I am confident, and this is the experience from the field, that our product, they do not suffer the dearth of the market. That is assured, and we give at a very comfortable price also.
Well, another very pertinent query, sir. Is there any special policy for the differently abled people as beneficiaries in the different schemes?
Yes. In PMEGP, we have kept some percentage of our allocation reserved for that category. And we always look forward that somebody of you, the class you are mentioning, they come forward, they avail the benefit. Even for the ex-serviceman also who retires from the uniform job, they have also a reserved place in the PMEGP, even in other scheme also. But because of awareness level is less in Northeast, we need to work together with the state government, like your media and all other need to come together to give a common voice, reach out the mandate of the PMEGP to the nook and corner, large and wide to the people, so that more and more people come forward availing this benefit.
And in case the beneficiaries face some problems, is there any kind of a helpline?
Two things I would like to tell you. The KVIC's head office is in Mumbai. We have a dedicated directorate of PMEGP who is regularly, and the directorate of IT, they are regularly attending any kind of complaint or any kind of inconveniences any applicant is facing. There may be sometimes there is a technical issues. We are instantly solving this. But most importantly, I would like to tell you that one special desk has been created in the Ministry of MSME, which has been started functioning, which is called Champion Desk. You can check up in the net. Champion Desk is listening to any complaint, any grievances, and instantly it is being solved. And it is being monitored directly by the ministry. And the PMO is also keeping an eye, a watch on the Champions portal. And in addition to this, we have created another portal called Samadhan portal of the Ministry of MSME, which is looking into the all aspects. Like one aspect, I will very categorically tell you, sometimes we find, especially in Northeast, they want to set up something, they have some idea, but they cannot formulate a detailed project report for that. Now, through Samadhan portal to KVIC's website, we have prepared thousands of DPRs, detailed project report, and at a click distance, they can download it free of cost and take the benefit of the project reports, because it has to be bankable project report. And sometimes we find that our candidates, they need to spend money also to go to some private consultant to prepare a project report. So that has been totally addressed, and anybody, any type of innovative project, they can get it.
Well, sir, on a lighter note, as I was going through your CV, it's good to know that you have great concern for the poor people living in poverty? Because I can see that you've published a book entitled Poverty and Deprivations, the Story of Arunachal Pradesh. Could you just highlight a little on this?
Oh, this is the story of the very, very small artisans scattered in the rural setup of this region, especially in Arunachal Pradesh. In my life, I have come across the amazing artisans, but unfortunately, nobody has held their hands for a second also. So I feel that a time has come, the people, those who has a social concern, they need to come forward. More social enterprises should be built up. So this is a collection of the stories of the small artisans who are looking forward for some kind of assistance. There was a very heart-touching story there. A gentleman shifted from Tibet, settled in Arunachal Pradesh, and when he came from Tibet, he brought some small tools and equipments for making blacksmith units, blacksmith products like dao and other small knives and other things. So when I interviewed him, he said it was the call of his heart, because it was not the profession of him, it was the profession of his previous generations. But till date, he has been working on the same old set of the traditional tools. So this type of talents need to be harvested. They need to be given proper tools, equipments, training, exposure, innovation, everything needs to be given. That is my submission.
We're almost coming to the end of our conversation, but I think you would like to comment a little on MSME and its significant role to achieve the vision of Atma Nirbhar Bharat, another scheme.
Yes. Before that, I'd just like to mention one thing. Every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we are doing a free webinar for the prospective beneficiaries, entrepreneurs. On a specific industries, we are giving all expertise. Whoever want to set up a new idea, new project, they should be in touch with the State Director KVIC Shillong, or they may be in touch with any State Director of the KVIC in 8 states. They will get the link and they can join. It is on every Sunday, 11 a.m. They will be given expertise on a specific industry. Now coming back to Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have taken 3-4 projects. First project is manufacturing of agarbatti, because there is a existing requirement of 1,480 metric ton of agarbatti consumption is done in this country every day, but we are just producing half of that. Now there is an existing market. This market gap has to be filled up because of the recent policy of the government of India. Earlier these used to come from China and Vietnam. Now because of the policy changes, we are trying to bring up the domestic units. So I make a call through your media that the place like Meghalaya, where a lot of bamboos are there, good quality bamboos are tolda, new projects can come up, and we'll be helping them under cluster development project where there is no bank finance. We'll be giving 95% as the central subsidy. For hard intervention, for soft intervention, we'll be giving 100% subsidy, and people should come together in a group. At least 50 artisans of the same activity from a specific geographical area should come up, form a group. They should come through any local NGO, and they can apply. That also they can do through online, or they can download the format, apply for this cluster development program. Another program we have taken, Honey Mission, where beekeeping has a huge prospect in Northeast region, especially high altitude honey has a different market, and we want to explore Northeast through Honey Mission. And I keep a promise that under this scheme also Government of India is providing almost 100%, maybe around 95% subsidy. We are giving skill development training, we are giving free machineries, we are giving them marketing supports, we are giving the various exposure. Another pottery development program has come up like anything, where there is a traditional artisan making pottery items, they can avail the benefits. Any agricultural products which needs value addition. One thing I would like to tell, KVIC works in the non-farm sector, so we cannot help anybody for cultivations and other things. But once a farm produce has been yielded, has been produced, value addition can be done with the intervention of the KVIC, with the PMEGP, with our cluster development program, with our other various mission mode program. So there is no dearth of the program with the Government of India, with the KVIC. Only thing is awareness has to come up. The right people should come to us. You can build a bridge for us, and we look forward that we'll be doing a lot for the Northeast.
We hope we have many listeners listening, and it's good news for the Northeast. Well, as I said, we've come to the end of our conversation, but before that, sir, would you like to share a piece of advice or suggestion which our listeners, especially the youth, would benefit?
The best friendly suggestion from the core of my heart is that any country, any place which is developed, it is because of the contribution of the entrepreneurs. And let our boys and girls become entrepreneur. If they become the entrepreneur, the change is for sure, and change is for the rural reconstruction. Gandhiji said that we need to do the rural reconstruction, which gives a very, very wider kind of message. And Gandhiji also said that India is a hereditary of the rural civilization. So we need to understand the rural development in its largest sense. Until there is a rural development, just with the cities we cannot manage the issues of this great and big country.
Thank you, sir, for your beautiful piece of advice and for your very informative and insights, which I am sure have enlightened our listeners. Sitting here with you has really been enlightening for me as well, and especially for apprising them on the various loan schemes for industrial development, the approach to obtaining bank loans and entrepreneurship opportunities for the youth. If there are any budding entrepreneurs out there or those who have a goal to be one, remember to dream big, start small, but yet start by exploiting the opportunities through the various schemes that are available. Best wishes to you all. This is Dr. Bonnie Nickel signing off. Bye-bye. Take care. Stay safe.